This chapter taught me a powerful tool called calibrated question. The queries that begin with how or what. By eliminating yes and no answers, they force your counterpart to apply their mental energy to solve their problems. Calibrated question is removing aggression from conversations by acknowledging the other side openly, without resistance. In doing so, it lets you introduce ideas and requests without sounding pushy. It allows you to nudge. Through active listening, you have gathered much information and built the trust of each other, and continually raising questions will continue to draw them into your options. Calibrated question is like the magic weapon, which begins with how or what, will no longer be a yes or no response, but will force them to think about how to solve your problems. If someone makes a request and you ask why, there may be some resistance. If you ask, what can I do to solve for it, or how am I supposed to achieve it, the other person will get the impression that you are asking that he is in control, and he could be able to see things from your point of view. The goal is to make the counterpart think they are taking the lead in solving the problem. Everyone has a strong commitment to their own ideas and a natural aversion to tasks imposed on them. Designing questions may seem difficult, but we can advance them by simply questions like, how can I help you? What's your purpose in doing this? And why this is important to you? If it is difficult to promote, apart from the negotiation objective, others are all unrealistic, which is caused by inactive listening. The real beauty of calibrated question is the fact that they offer no target for attack like statements do. Calibrated questions have the power to educate your counterpart on what the problem is, rather than causing conflict by telling them what the problem is. But calibrated questions are not just random requests for comment. They have direction. Once you figure out where you want a conversation to go, you have to design the questions that will ease the conversation in that direction while letting the other guy think it's his choice to take you there. Then I learned the rules of the calibrated questions. First, calibrating questions avoid verbs or words like can, is, are, do, or does. These are closed-ended questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead, they start with a list of words people know as reporters' questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Those words inspire your counterpart to think and then speak expansively. Second, give the other side the illusion of control. Calibrated questions make your counterpart feel like they are in charge, but it's really you who are framing the conversation. From this chapter, I also learned the following. First, don't try to force your opponent to admit that you are right. Aggressive confrontation is an enemy of constructive negotiation. Second, avoid questions that can be answered with yes or tiny pieces of information. Third, ask calibrated questions that start with the words how or what. And last one, don't ask questions that start with why, unless you want your counterpart to defend a goal that serves you. Why is always an accusation in any language.